Good day, everyone. This is Cadet Serapina speaking from Group 7, and we're going to report about the chart symbols and abbreviations from Section Alpha to Section India. So, chart symbols and abbreviations is a detailed guide to all the symbols used on nautical charts specified by the International Hydrographic Organizations or the IHO, plus international abbreviations and supplementary national symbols used by the US and UK hydrographic offices. Nautical chart symbols and abbreviations depict the configuration of the shoreline and seafloor. It provides water depths, locations of dangers to navigation, locations and characteristics of aids to navigation, anchorages, and other features. The nautical chart is essential for safe navigation. Mariners are used charts to plan voyage and navigate ships safely and economically. Chart symbols and labeling are brought into reasonable agreement with uniform international charting standards and procedures as quickly as opportunity affords. Knowing the different symbols really help us to avoid any accidents. Under our report, as what I have said a while ago, we're going to report the symbols from section alpha to section inja. So in the first section, which is the section alpha, we have the coastline or the nature of coast. The coastline feature the coast inadequately surveyed, steep coast which have the high and the low, the flat coast, the cliffy coast, the rocky coast, sand hills, mud, sand, shoreline, sand and gravel, and the list goes on as you have shown on the picture. So, different symbols and features have also different characteristics. So, in the next section, which is the section Bravo, in this section, we can see the coast features. So, under coast features, by looking at it, we can know its different abbreviations. These are the Gulf in which its abbreviation is capital G or Gulf, capital B or Bravo for Bay, STR for Strait, ENCH for Anchorage, HBR for Harbor, CHAN for Channel, PT for Point, MT for Mountain, and the list goes on. So, that's all for my report. Thank you.
Hi, I am Cadet Lev Julius Caesar. So, in continuation, let's talk about the land. So, there are various formation about the different type of lands regarding to its formation and texture. It was made in order to determine the different coastal regions. The land in the nautical chart give us an information of the different types of structures. So there are several types of the land, such are contour lines, hachures, form lines, no definite interval, the shading, glaciers, river or stream, and so on and so forth. If ever a mariner is not familiar to the place or in that certain location, so we can simply look to the nautical chart on that certain in that particular location and look for the symbols and formation of the land in order to have knowledge in the foreign area. So now we will talk about the control point and the units used in the nautical chart. So in the control point, we can see that it is mostly the landmark of a certain area. So symbols are inserted to the chart to know the indicator of such location. For example, you are searching for International Boundary Monument. As we can see to the picture in this slide, the last part of the control point, it is a diamond shape with a dot figure inside. So we can just simply search to the chart that symbol in order to locate or to find the International Boundary Monument. Also, we can find in this picture that it gives us the information or shows the different symbols to be used in a particular area in order to determine the landmarks or indicate the markers of the different location. So now, let's proceed to the units. We are all familiar to these units shown in the picture. Yet we use this most of the times. So if we will use hour, we can just simply put HR to indicate hours. And for the minutes, we can use M or min. And for the seconds, we will use sec or SEC. So if we will talk about distances, the km is used for kilometers, but as a mariner, we used nautical miles. So in order to calculate distances, so we will put nm to determine nautical miles, and in this picture shown in this slide gives us a lot of information that is needed to put in our heads in order to read the chart uh, directly. So we can see in this picture the different symbols, the different abbreviation, and so on and so forth. In this slide, we will talk about adjectives, adverbs, nouns, and other words that is being used or we can find inside the nautical chart, abbreviation, and symbols. As we can see, the different words are used in order to indicate the description of such a particular location. Also, it is a guide of every seafarers to determine the area or to have knowledge in that location. So for example, an area has a destroyed object. So we can see in the chart that that is labeled with D.dest to know that that area has a destroyed object. And
I'm Joey, the developer desk, and I'm going to report over the part G of nautical chart symbols and abbreviations. One of the symbols and abbreviation that we can find in the nautical charts are the symbols in abs, which is part of letter G, ports and harbors. Abbreviations like ANCH or or anchorage, both small and large vessels, HBR, which stands for harbor, HN or haven, and P for port. And some are symbols using various characters, shapes, and pictures that could be used. A great things rather that could help us justify the type of place we're in. These symbols and abs are essential in order for us seafarers to avoid accidents, and then so we can approach to the nearest place. Depends to the situation, or depends to our needs, especially hospitals, and of course to protect most especially the environment. As we can see in this current slide, most of the symbols use dots, shapes, colors, lines, and angles, especially this a ang prohib, where anchorage is prohibited, Quar prohib, which means quarantine anchorage, and fish prohib, which tells us that in that particular place fishing is prohibited. Is prohibited. Aside from um, ports and harbors, there is topography. Well, navigational charts is combined aspects of topographic, general reference, and many features. And when we say topography, it presents the cultural and physical features of the land, usually in various colors, and give their exact geographic location in terms of latitude, longitude, and elevation above sea level. Just like harbors and ports, topographic also use symbols and abbreviations. As we can see in the picture, most of it are about topography, such causeway, railway, um, um, road, high markers, track. There is um, causeway is done. There is a pipeline, and many more. So how can we use those stuff? Well, all we have to do is to familiarize the symbols and abbreviations so that we can easily identify, or we can easily justify those when we are plotting in the chart. A sort of signage that gives us the right place or point or a way for safe navigation. For example, when we are approaching in the middle of a narrow channel, and we don't know that there's a bridge ahead, so through nautical charts with its symbols, we could easily identify that there will be a footbridge near in our way, and in a matter of seconds we can slow ahead, or even adjust into a safe speed, which is indeed a useful thing.
This is Deck Cadet Sally speaking. So for the next nautical chart symbols and abbreviations, we have here buildings and structures. So as we can see, there are so many symbols and abbreviations for this one. So like for example, we have here city or town, which is large or small scale. So as we can see, that is the symbol for that city or town. And then next we have buildings in general. So the symbol like rectangular shape, long rectangular shape, which is the other one is blank, and the other one is like a stripe, diagonal. Yeah. So next one is the castle. The abbreviation is CAS. And then also we have different the church, which is CH. There's also cathedral, Roman Catholic Church, chapel, mosque, Muslim shrine, the tomb. And then in the other side we also have the airport, military, small scale. And then we have also here boulevard, avenue, street. So for the street, we have the abbreviation ST, avenue is AVE, boulevard is BLVD. So telegraph for tel, and then telegraph office, so tel off abbreviation. And then post office is PO. So we also have, as we can just see the what are the symbols of what I have said, because we can clearly see it in the screen. So let's go to the other slide. So for the continuation of the buildings and structures, we have the school. So school, abbreviation for school is SCH. So there's a like a flag, and then a small I mean a square or a box that stands for school. and it depends on the abbreviation if it is a high school or university. And also for the building is a square, and then we have also pavilion, the hat, the stadium, the telephone, gas tank, wall, pyramid, pillar, oil dirt, and limited, so which stands for LTD, apartment. Abbreviation is APT, so CAP, which stands for capital, CO for company, corp for corporation. So a circle, a symbol which is circle, and then that inside or that at the center is landmark, position, accurate. Then a small circle which stands for landmark, position, approximate. So the next is, and the last one is the miscellaneous stations. So as we can see, there's also so many symbols in here, but we have a guide for this, which is this one, the what we showed to you. So just see, let's for example, the Coast Guard station, so similar to life saving station. So the symbol is that there's an abbreviation, a CG, and then that's the symbol of the Coast Guard station. And then for here, for lookout station or watchtower, we can see there's the abbreviation look, then TR. And then there's a lifeboat station, the life saving station. Then for rocket station, RKT, then STA. So pilot station is a circle, and then it's common. The pilot station is common for us, like a circle, and then there's a diamond inside, so which stands for pilot station. And then the signal station, that's the symbol and abbreviation, so semaphore or SEM. And then here there's flagstaff or flagpole, flag tower, signal, observatory, observers, office, so abbreviation of office is off, and there's so many more. So that's it for our report, guys, and thank you for listening, and God bless us all. Have a good day, everyone.